That dude right there that's talking, that's a guy who used to go by the name B-Lo from Inglewood family.
Who is that?
That's the dopest king. He gonna introduce himself, but right now I'm gonna go around. That right there, that's the bro too right there. This is Big G Slim from Inglewood family. That right there is what we were talking about from the front.
He in Texas.
That's Big Sherm.
Yeah, he in Texas.
From the front, brother.
That's a little fly. Yeah, that's a little fly.
Right? I'm gonna go around. This right here is the homie Ron about the OVGs. OVGCs, man.
Formerly like.
You see what I'm saying? That right there, that's my boy. That I told you you're gonna like him as soon as you meet him. The boys from Compton different. That's the homie Jesse Mo.
West Side Portrait.
Bingo. That's the homie right there. Listen, man. All these dudes right now, we on Treasure Island. We all on Treasure Island celebrating guys who just come home. We pull up for the bros, you know what I'm saying? The homie B called everybody, wanted us to get together to celebrate being out. This is a different perspective than what most people might see or understand what happens when you parole after doing no less than 27 years in prison out here. Because everybody right here done numbers, life sentences. You know what I mean? But you begin to see that everybody is from different locations, different hoods, different sets, came out, worked together, lived together, and everybody else don't see this often. You feel me?
Yes, indeed.
So it's like you have to. That's the narrative that I called you on to like show you that it ain't a lie. Like it really is from Bay to LA with dudes who been incarcerated.
Yes, indeed. Okay, to the brother from OGVC, I got connections to y'all, man. My boy Lebo, rest in peace, man.
What do you think that the homie Lebo? What you saying?
Yeah,
from
OGVC.
Lebo.
From that section, I know some
It's a
people from
podcast.
that section, and
So
also,
I get a bump and got the hopping like I had.
hey man, salute to all y'all brothers, man. I appreciate y'all, man.
Right.
Somebody ran me
I
off.
appreciate all of y'all, man. We on here to make a difference. You know, you got people out there that's from the same section as my cousin. I told you, Hustler T, Tony Williams. You know what I'm saying? Inglewood family. And Donnie Williams, you know what I'm saying? Them is my big cousins.
Listen.
Donnie and Papa T? Yeah.
Yeah,
Talking about,
yeah.
Donnie and Papa T.
Hustler
T.
Yeah, that's his family.
That's
You know
my
who else he
family,
related
man.
to?
Who is that, Malcolm? Is that
Nah,
Malcolm?
my name is Andre.
Andre?
Yes, indeed. Andre Harvey. They call me Dopest, though.
Yeah, Hustler T was my celly.
Brad.
Yeah. I talked to him on a
Come on back.
That's my cousin. Yeah, he's 64 now, man. We gotta get him on. You know what I'm saying?
Hustler?
Yeah, for sure. We gotta get him on.
We gotta get Papa T.
See, I did not tell you, bro, that you was gonna run guys that know that story.
Yeah. Hey, where's Jesse Mo at?
Yeah.
Don't want to come home.
That's what he was trying to
don't want to come
listen.
home, man.
This that truth about guys who've been on the yard with him.
He was my celly. He was my
Yeah.
celly. I'm the one that wrote down that letter.
We gotta get
I wrote Papa T that letter about Hustler. Yeah, I'm the one Donnie mad at right now. Why you tell my brother? Motherfucker, I grew up with you.
Yeah, my cousins, man. Delma.
I have to tell on you, motherfucker. Yeah, I had to let Donnie know. I was gonna get in trouble like this,
man.
Hey, when you see all these dudes that know that story, that genuineness, that's what's the thing is that people don't realize. Like that's genuine. We all know these guys.
Yeah.
These is ex-cellies of the same dudes.
You know, Papa T, he taught me how to squabble.
Oh, I know. That's
Yeah, I was Papa T.
Hey, watch this.
I got a little homie for you ass too.
Hey, watch this.
You at that rough spot.
Hey,
man.
watch this. You know who this is?
I
That's
go there
Big Eddie boy.
Oh, yeah, that's Eddie boy for 60.
Yeah.
Eddie boy. Hey, you talked to my uncle. You heard from my uncle? Rooster.
Who's your uncle?
Rooster, Ruben.
Yeah.
No, I haven't talked to him where he at.
No, we was in Centinela together, all of us. Me, you, and Rooster. Nice to meet you too, big bro. All right, you have a good one. We was in Centinela together.
Where's he at?
Huh?
All right, bro.
I don't know. I'm looking for him.
No, I haven't seen him, bro.
Yeah, I'm looking for him.
Where's
We was
Jesse
all
Mo
there.
at?
Me, you, and Rooster was all in Centinela together.
Right, exactly.
Oh.
Yeah, no, I told him we was gonna pull up and do and jump on when it was today, when all the bros was coming out and hanging out. And you see this where we at. We up on the Treasure Island. You know what I'm saying? Jesse Mo.
Where's Jesse Mo?
Jesse Mo right there.
It's still me, homie. It's still me.
Yeah.
All the Jeff rumors they ain't true.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Out working, being productive, got his own spot. You know what I'm saying? Like really.
That's BG right there from Kelly Park.
Yeah, that's BG right there.
BG, what's happening, King?
Who the big Eddie boy?
No, yeah, that's Eddie Boy, but that's Dopest King talking to you.
Yeah, what's good, loved one, man? I'm just chilling, man. I'm too blessed to be stressed, too grateful to be hateful, man. You feel me?
Yeah, I'm waiting to link up with you, man. We gotta chop it up, brother.
Oh, for sure, man. Like I said, I'm blessed, man. I came home 27, and a lot of these was out. Like my homie Big Sherm from the front, Adisa was out, and B-Lo from my help, was out. And these niggas that I knew, you know what I'm saying? Like I knew, and like I said, I came home to a blessed situation. A lot of homies that came up here, when the homie Scott from Altadena was out, and like a lot of homies that came up here, we had a chance to breathe. I look at it like that, like I ain't gonna let, man. Mother would have pro just straight back, straight to the hood. Then all them classes, mother would have took in a pen with us for surely came into play because the shit, shit be real. So mother had a chance to come up here and breathe, get in the routine of going to work and just, you know what I'm saying? And it helped a whole lot that motherfucker had some real niggas like these are the I moved niggas I knew in the pen, like that was solid. You know, when you be in the pen, right? You always be like, man, if I ever got out, I would fuck with this diamond nigga, or fuck with this nigga from the Bay, or fuck with this nigga if we ever got out. We had life. So we just, and then we all end up having to get out.
Yeah.
Boom. And I hit Transition House. It was all my niggas from the Bay, whether from Oakland to Vallejo, because it got to be mentioned that part of our success up here was, or you may not have good credit with the white people, but you gotta have good credit with your people. You feel me? So it didn't matter from the Bay to LA, like all them prison relations, that shit came into play. Like my first meal when I came home, nigga called from the PNB. You where at? Hey, hit this corner, go here, boom, turn. That's my auntie, go get you some sweet potato pie, and then go get you some turkey. You know what I'm saying? So them relations came into play when the nigga fresh out, and then all that shit, it helped the nigga maneuver. Like the company I work for UC, I work for Urban Alchemy. We all do, baby. Matter of fact, everything out here work for and they was a company that was willing to hire niggas fresh out. You know what I'm saying? Not checking the box. It was like all my niggas I was in the pen with, all my niggas that was solid. Everybody came from the main line. All my niggas solid. We all of them had a Crip blood. Nigga whites with swastikas on their face to mess them up. We all came working for the same company in the same area. You know what I'm saying? So let it be known that these niggas really be pushing that LA to the Bay, because in the Bay, man, they take care of us up here. It be all good. And it be solid niggas from down the way. Like I just came back from the hood. I'm back and forth from here down there all motherfucking day. And it just to see us come up here, didn't know nobody. Like, we started from scratch. I don't know nobody from up here. Right. And just to come and now they got family up here. But I always keep as a reminder, I always took this motherfucker as a reminder, nigga. You know what that is. I keep that on me as a reminder, nigga. Like, even though I just got off parole, they finally let me off. But I keep that shit as a reminder that, nigga, shit can get real. The homie just called me 10 minutes ago. Let me get this package for this nigga. So it be little shit like that, just keep a nigga grounded. You gotta stay grounded, because at any second, your ass can be gone. Like, just because a motherfucker off parole and doing good, man, motherfucking be back doing life any minute. You know what I'm saying? If a motherfucker don't pay attention. So, I understand how I don't say internet gangbanging, but just like social media and the lives and shit, that shit, it'd be cool, and we get a chance to kind of paint a different story, as opposed to just us niggas just being doing A, B, and C, So it gives a nigga a chance to tell his story on a different level, like everybody know what everybody done did, but now it'd be like I come home and I'm starting to talk to kids, mentor kids, do certain things. So it gives a motherfucker tell the chance, like, look, I went to the hood. I wasn't just talking about man stories I done. I don't want to hear about that shit. That house over there that's vacant, cuz look, you put that together, cuz buy that house right there. It ain't nothing. You spend that money on weed a month. You know what I'm saying? It just like little shit. When you have that power, you understand what power is, and you can nigga either go to the hood and have niggas, let's go hit banks, let's go hit this. Well, hey, let's buy this house up, let's buy this house up. And I understand now because it's like it ain't a physical war with whoever. It's more like an economic, sociological war being gone that are being fought out here, and niggas ain't even paying attention. So now niggas that pay attention with influence and with little say so, we gotta say something. We gotta say something different. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. So I mean, I ain't gonna. I'm like when I got out, I went straight to the hood. I ain't gonna. I'm from Compton. I'm from Kelly Park. That's what it is,
Yeah,
right?
we know.
But it's the difference between I'm being a gang member and an active gang banger. You know, I ain't finna go tell nobody to go kill nobody. I'm not finna do that shit no more. It don't even make no sense. So it just be different now. It's more because I'm not finna pay to go to school. If I ain't going to school, I'm in college, so I'm gonna tell them up. So it's no thing for me to say do this. I just left a tax lien class like about a few hours ago. You feel me? Been out tax lien class for like 5 hours right now. So I ain't gonna tell nobody to do nothing I ain't doing.
That part. And that's the narrative.
And
That's why I'm calling on y'all brothers and shout out to brother Adisa, man, because
no, I've
that's
been
the
fucking with
narrative.
Adisa.
We trying to change the narrative, man. I want people to see y'all success stories. You
Come
know
on.
what I'm saying? In my eyes.
I've been with Decent. I was in the pen then ever since I got out. When I first came home, it was me, him, and R.I.P. to bro Rodney Rice, right, from Fillmore, because it was like I say, it's a lot of niggas from this bay that open door. Like we would be out here because we work outside 8-10 hours a day in these neighborhoods. So it was like it was certain people that we lost along the way. Because we lost people up here, and it hurt. Like it was like a motherfucker grew up with these niggas. So we've been up here like the last few years with these motherfuckers and them bonded with these fools, and. I learned a lot from these motherfuckers up here, like just about businesses, different ways the government function. I voted for the first time out here. You feel me? And so, yeah, the narrative was like the way people see us. This is an opportunity, and this is the era. This is the time. And around you got like a lot of good people. A lot of people, let's say that kicked it, like the way gangbanging in the streets was portrayed from the '80s to the '90s. Them niggas, them names you hear about, whether it's the BG Lays, the Sneak Lows, nigga, the Big Lows, Eddie Boys, and all these different names, nigga, these niggas is out now. So it went from they don't want to start this, that had the streets ringing like this. Now motherfuckers out and got a chance to be like, okay, so any different platform, whether it be your podcast or everyone, it gives a motherfucker a chance to kind of change the narrative because we doing a whole lot of shit now. You got homies working whether all these niggas right here, they directors for Urban Alchemy. They not no practitioners though. All these niggas run shit directors right there. So,
Man,
you know, that's another thing I liked about the company because it allowed people to move up. But you got homies working for Chevron, from Tesla to in high positions because they respect, I don't want to say the penitentiary mind, but they respect the minds of us that been down a long time. They don't just see certain people as gangbangers with tattoos on their head now. You know, that they see motherfuckers that people that that can contribute. And that's what I feel like. That's beautiful. So when we got like people podcasts willing to shed a light on that, then yeah, I appreciate that. And I respect that. So I'm for sure you can find I'm on Instagram or Facebook, BG Lake Contemporary, so I'm for sure tap in with you is good.
yeah, no
They still
doubt,
there?
no doubt.
Oh yeah?
Hey, it's a beautiful thing, man. It's a beautiful thing. See, like y'all get to see these different people from different sections, Bloods, Crips, whatever. Like he said, you even got some white power brothers
The
that talk
Muslims
to the
and the Muslims,
Muslims
all you dudes out there that shahada
and the
tame
Muslims.
Muslims.
Let's go. Let's go. I think it's a
Wallahi,
beautiful thing, man. They achieving something together. You know what I'm saying? They not ops. This is black people working together, man, to help each other get to the next rung on the ladder. You know what I'm saying? Elevation, elevation.
come here. Yeah, this right here is trial and tribulation This is dudes coming to grips with the reality. You did, man. Like the reality is, real dudes have really went to prison and really, really crimes against the community. From my perspective,
Right.
you know what I mean. So for me, it's like we've all been on the yard. I was in the hole in Tehaspie with B. I was in prison in Pelican Bay with Sherm. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of the guys in Folsom and stuff with Jesse Moe. So it's like a lot of the guys, when I was a young guy, these are the guys that I was on the yard with. So it's easy for us to interact out here. You know what I mean? So if you see guys who've already been successful, already come through the same trials, they done been to the shoe. And that's one thing, we don't try to play tough with each other. You know what I'm saying? The tough guy thinking,
Right.
we already done that. We already been to the shoe. None of us are the toughest guys who ever walked. And that's a theme that, that what they call hyper masculinity, like you the G dude. It don't work like that. Nobody in prison is scared of anybody on a level 4. I told you that. So when you come out and you recognize that, man, your emotional equilibrium changes. You dig what I'm saying? You no longer just riding the ride. You riding for things that are near and dear to your heart, your children, your family. While you in there, you don't go to funerals. You know what I'm saying? All of us done been to guys' funerals. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you really do have to come to grips with reality.
Yes,
And it's
man.
easy for the dudes who ain't never really sat down for all that time to critique or bang against what it was, or but go sit down, go do 30,
Right.
go do
Right.
30 though,
Right.
go do 30, man. And then now it's different than back then when I went in the 80s. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Back then you used to have to stand up and fight one-on-one. It wasn't no 20 phase and 30 phase. It was just you and dude.
Facts.
They wouldn't let you pack out their homie, but it wasn't like you had to come up in there and just run. It wasn't. I've been in 4800 when I was a member.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't have fights in there, 47. You know what I'm saying? As a juvenile. So I'm just saying things change, and then we start critiquing and banging on things that we don't understand. It creates further division. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But if we on the yard, we all go in the canteen, we all black.
And
You
I
dig what
just
I'm
wanted
saying?
to say this real quick, King. Like, me and you, man, our conversation yesterday, man, it was powerful, brother. And I just want people to actually be able to see, man, that it's soldiers behind this move we making to enlighten y'all, man. We got a lot of stuff we coming content wise that's not the buffoonery. Uh, these
Far
are
from it.
strong, intelligent black men, some of whom made mistakes. They take accountability for their mistakes, and they elevating, and they here to elevate others, and that's what we on.
For sure. That's the movement. Me and Black Boy, me and Abdul Aziz, we had this saying that we got from the Honorable Marcus Garvey: one aim, one God, one destiny. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's a unity thing. That dude is from Los Angeles. I am from the east side of Long Beach.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I'm 55. I'm not 25. I didn't go to prison in 96. I went to prison in 87. So the
Hmm.
mentality from what I came from was different. His mentality was different, but I rocked with that dude in the pen for years.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I lived in the cell with that dude at Calipatria. You know what I'm saying? On B
Hmm.
facility. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So again, the authenticity, we don't have to, like you say, with the buffoonery. It's not a
Yeah.
who's is the biggest and who's not the biggest. It's us understanding what connects us, what unites us, in the
Right.
face of what we know is happening in the community in America right now. Think about um, what's happening.
Hmm.
Broaden your perspective. You know what I mean? And we're not doing that because we're so insular, meaning that we only focus on what's happening on the block. But everybody on the block trying to make money off the block to get off the block,
Facts.
right?
Facts.
So we talked yesterday about the crabs in the barrel mentality. And I told you, I said, but bro, crabs in the barrel, that's not natural to a crab. Who
Right.
put the crabs in the barrel in the
To
first
begin
place?
with. Right.
And
Right.
why do we keep using those examples as things to prove that we as a people can't come together? We using absurdities to further divide us. Absurdities created by people who have turned us into human cattle for the world to feed off of. Come on, Brent. I'm walking with my dog. So it's like it's a bigger. Then we talked about Pac. This is what I wanted to say too. We talked about Tupac, Amaru Shakur. Um, the narrative that I first hit EB with was 50 Cent, the rapper, said something about him being fake or not being real, and he was made up. First of all, there is no gangsters. Come on, Brent. There is there there is no um gangsters that have ever been produced that will ever lead a people anywhere. Come on, Brent. Nowhere. So the gangster ethic that most of us take are from the whites, right? So you go back to the whites, go back to the Cuban Revolution in 1959 when the most powerful mafia at that particular time was the Italians. They had Cuba. When Fidel Castro took over, what did they do? Meyer Lansky and all those dudes who was powerful, what did they do? They got the out the way. Revolutionaries stand on a whole different principle.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So you can't just say he was a fake. No, he was raised by people with a black liberation mindset. You can't take guys like who I used to be, who was raised with a mentality of nigga kill nigga and capitalism trying to, reduce that to or build that up to mean that that make you a man. Well, let's see who created the ghetto.
Mm-hmm.
Gangsterism is what white men left black people to compete with.
Mm.
You have never gone at them,
Right.
right?
That,
That's the truth,
that
bro.
and that's what we saying. We don't have the same intensity or aggression towards them. You know what I mean? No,
Not
that's
because we're not even listen. We're not enlightened to be so. You know, this again, the crabs in the barrel is an effective tool because it gives you an excuse to be against each other. You in a barrel, you trying to get yours, right? So once that becomes your mindset, that becomes your activity. Your thoughts come before your feelings. So we have to understand what has led us to this. You have to remember, bro, as far as I can tell or remember, Raymond Washington, rest in peace, he was a young guy.
facts.
He wasn't a 35-year-old man. He wasn't a 40-year-old man who had gone through the trials and tribulations of life. As a black man, he was a young black man going through the trials and tribulations of life, which was he was surrounded by gangs, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
And he decided, for whatever reasons or purpose or pressure, to respond to his environment. And that's what he created. That doesn't mean it doesn't have potential.
Right.
But if it's unguided, if it's not founded in the black experience, rooted in the black experience of being chattel slaves, meaning that they make money off of you coming and going. They put a $20 in your pocket, in your left pocket, and take $40 out of your right pocket, and you glad for the exchange because you in a boardroom doing business with people who are exploiting us as a people globally.
Yeah.
50 Cent says something about he don't talk politics and religion. Who you think taught him that? See, that's the problem with us, bro. They didn't teach me. I taught myself. I was in the pen reading those books by myself. By the
Yeah.
grace and mercy of Allah, brother, that happened. You dig what I'm saying? So when we talk about reading these books and understanding and being able to apply it, not just knowledge is power. Knowledge is not power. If it's not applied,
Yeah, then it's just knowledge.
it's just a lie. Remember, I told you it's a library. It don't pay a bill and it don't cut on a light.
Facts.
Libraries store books, information, knowledge. You have to apply the information. That's what they have done. They have changed everything to suit them. Remember, the white population makes up 7 to 9% of the world's population, but they enjoy the vast amount of the world's resources.
Hmm.
That's why they call chattel slavery. Ox, goats. They used the Bible to back it up, saying that we will be forever cursed to be hewers of wood, labor, for them to enjoy. And then we fight over the scraps. We go to a white dude who sits there and benefits. What? He wouldn't even be on our side of the yard in the pen. Is that not a
Fact.
fact?
That is a fact.
I don't know if you ever been to the penitentiary,
What's the name of that podcast right there?
but Dope is King.
The Dopest King podcast.
Yep.
Oh,
He
Dope,
wouldn't
Dopest
even be on
TV.
our side of
Dopest
the yard.
TV. Dopest TV.
Dope is TV. Hey, Dope is TV.
The Dopest TV.
Yep. He
Yeah,
wouldn't
yeah.
even be on our side of the yard.
DOPEST TV.
Yeah, Space TV. Yes, sir. Hey, I ain't gonna
Let me tell
lie.
you what.
Hey, look, I'm over here
DOPEST
teasing because
space.
I told you, man, I've been anxious to get to work. You know what I mean?
We at work.
Yeah, we at work, man, and I'm happy to be able to get this message out, man, and people start to I see in the comments, man, the comments are they very receptive to what you saying. Uh and yeah, y'all make sure y'all share this and hit that like button, man. This needs to be heard ASAP,
Yeah,
not
like
yesterday.
Brent. Yeah, no. It's it's that and more. Like it's a real solidarity. Like that's why we pull up. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And we support each other. We live in the same buildings. We work together. You know what I'm saying? So it's a camaraderie. It's a support system. You know what they say, Gen X. I was born in 1969, man. I'm 55. I'm not a kid. I
Right.
went to the pen at 17 and got out when I was 51. 31 of the 34 was on a level 4.
Hmm.
I'm not the toughest dude. I didn't get in every function. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah,
don't,
yeah, yeah.
that ain't me. But the resume is what it is.
Stay solid.
Listen, to try to do anything else, this is how you trip up, slip up, and fall. Because you're trying to be something that you're not.
deep in the game
Yeah,
and got the rules missing.
He left a blueprint on what not to do.
yeah.
You know, and so when you see the what I was saying to the brothers about Kwanzaa and these types of things that are laid out for our success and our unity, our culture and things like that, um, the youth or the bros and the sisters that still caught up and got that way is I'm never on that. Remember, I told you I would never be disrespectful to the people in my community.
Hmm.
Allah says in the book, the Quran Kareem, he says, you were as they are, meaning that you came out of a condition, mental condition that they could still be in, right? This is called Jahiliyyah, or in the new modern era, we call it Neo Jahiliyyah, meaning ignorance, right? Because if you're fighting against your own self-realization, you cannot tell me that that's not ignorance, brother.
And you know what I noticed?
You can,
you're not gonna see some of them same cats. And that's why I titled this "It's a New Day, Black People," and everybody can't go. Everybody ain't gonna be able to go. So some of them same people that you see in my comments, that these the conversations they scared of interjecting
Come on,
themselves into.
Brent. Come on.
Because uh I noticed one thing about and I gotta look up the word for it, and maybe y'all can help me. Um, it's like sometimes we scared of our own success, and so we run from it. It's like we know inherently that us working together can achieve anything. You know what I mean? And only thing separating us from that is us. But however,
True.
we continue down that path of, like Brother Adisa said, of ignorance, and I'm in a cleansing stage. Do you understand what I'm
Uh,
saying? I'm cleansing.
mm,
That means
we all are.
I gotta cut people off in order to grow. It's like it's like I got weeds around me. You know what I mean?
Right.
I gotta cut them weeds off before they strangle me. You
But
understand what
but
I'm saying?
but let me say this to you. What I said about the opportunity to grow,
Yeah.
as they are, I was, means that Allah had grace and mercy upon me to allow me to use the intellect that He gave me to change. So I was a weed, or was I a rose that grew from concrete? Right?
Facts.
I'm talking about like no cap. When you in that cell by yourself, remember, bro, I didn't have family and all that people with me. The homies was the family. My homie
Right.
Crybaby and them was my homie Rockhead and them from Long Beach, from the East Side, Insanes and 20s. Them was the homies. The homies from SOS, them was the homies. Big Shock and them was the homies.
Yeah.
Salt Lake Avenue, them was the homies. King Park, them was the homies. So when you go to prison, that becomes your family. I grew up in foster care and all that. Inglewood, California. 7715 South Victoria. I went to Inglewood High in 84. I've been around. When you in the foster homes and all that, bro, you get tossed back and forth. So I've been all over Compton, all that. And been in prison with all of them. With Park Say, EB, they got us all meeting up in prison.
Right. Right. Right.
And we all met up in the pen. We all met up in the pen. Dudes who you up in the county jail banging against, now them is the dudes you fighting the other ethnic groups with.
Right. Right. They become your closest friends.
Them become your allies because y'all all black. And so I took it from there and then give it back.
Mm-hmm.
You dig what I'm saying? Because for me, it was about education, but it was about, at first and foremost, because I was a Crip, it was about educating the Crips or the homies, because that's who put the books in your hand. Them is the ones who are got your back when you in prison. They the ones feeding you. That's your support system. You know what I'm saying? That's your group of brothers, and they from every diverse group of Crips.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm on a tier with guys from Raymond Avenue, dudes from 60, dudes from 30s, dudes from Compton, uh, 3, 4 sales of Blackstones and Swans, all in the same, on the same tier. When we come out on the front bar, that's who we go to chow with. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? So
Yeah.
I never let that go because it was all about evolving. I'm gonna read the book on Frederick Douglass. What does the 4th of July mean to a slave? That hit me.
Mm-hmm.
13th Amendment to the United States Constitution forbids slavery except if you're duly convicted. Nigga, I've been duly convicted. Transported to Chino forthwith. I didn't even know what the fuck forthwith meant. Looked it up,
Right.
nigga, immediately.
Area then.
Tie this nigga to the front of the bus so don't nothing beat this nigga here.
Hey, but you know why you saying that? I'm sitting here like, look behind you, man. That's beautiful, man. Like just seeing that
Yeah,
right there, that's beautiful, brother. Like, you know what I mean?
yeah, yeah.
That's
I
beautiful.
enjoy it. This is what you call self-care.
Yeah.
That's what it looked like because I'm hyper vigilant.
What lake is that right there?
Oh, I don't know. We on Treasure Island, so I don't know. This the bay. I think. I'm from the east side, so we only used to the Pacific.
Mm-hmm.
But
Okay.
yeah, this the bay, man. This Treasure Island, man. They got places out here where ex-convicts, and people, women can come out and get support and housing and all of that. Come here, Brent. They can come out and get housing and all that. You know what I mean? So, but getting back to how you evolve in there, it's a thing that happens. It's a process. I met EB in Lancaster after the case that they caught. So I met him when he's money up. He big guy. He a hell of a dude from over there. But nigga, you can't go to the canteen with no more money than I can. So you a slave too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, ain't no question.
So come on, Brent, come here. That's our conversations and I'm younger than him by a couple years. His money was always bigger than mine, but that information was real. And that's how we built a camaraderie. We used to buff together on the yard and all that. But I was into the militancy. I was into the books. I was into applying what I knew, first and foremost to the homies. But after that, I realized the homies didn't want to go nowhere. We wanted to still be on the juvenile behavior. You know what I'm saying? The closest I think the Crips got to being successful, from my opinion, being in prison, was when we was in prison, when we had that structure. But then the question begs, well, how come you couldn't reproduce that in the streets about the community or the unity and all of that? Because guys gave it up to fit back into the street.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of running the streets, they let the streets run them. They overbearing, you over dominant, you talking to the youngsters like they don't matter. It could be any number of things. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
But because everybody got dead homies.
Right.
That's a new term, but that's not a new happening.
Facts. Facts.
It was homies that was dead before y'all got on. I done ran across a lot of dudes that was from where I was from, and they never met Big Earn from Insane. They never met Mick Dog from the 20s. Right? I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but it's a historical connection. We grew up with these dudes. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it kind of feels like you being buffaloed. Oh, that don't matter no more. It's just this. Nah, that you're gonna get divided like that. Everybody is you see what I'm saying? That's why I would never be disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? Because that's not the message. You want to give them the opportunity to not be weeds. You want to give them the opportunity to be roses that grew from concrete. But if you so tainted by life's experiences, your body language is gonna say you don't want niggas around you, even though you saying you for everybody.
Right.
You got to remember, body language is a very, very big part of communication. This is how white folks fool niggas with money. They body language say acceptance. Have you sit down and all that, sign all that over there, put that baby oil right on your back. Now look at you.
Right.
Now look at you.
Right. And that's what
Yeah.
and earlier when I said everybody can't go, that's kind of what I meant. You
Yeah,
always
for
gonna
sure. I
have
know.
you always
Yeah.
gonna have them people that they what they call sellouts. You know what I'm saying? They gonna
Listen,
sell
I'm
out.
so deep in it. When John Brown attacked Harper's Ferry, the first person that he had to kill was a Negro slave named Haywood Shepherd, who was running back to tell the white man that another white man was coming to free the niggas. So John Brown had to kill a nigga to free the niggas. J.A. Rogers. 100 amazing facts about the Negro with complete proof. Read it. Niggas been selling out.
Yeah,
We can't let that stop the movement.
exactly. And that's what it is. It's a movement. And
Yeah,
and, and
they gonna do that, bro. Listen. They gonna find reasons and money and all of that. But again, you can only spend 220 in the state penitentiary. I don't know how much you can spend in the feds.
hmm but it's a cap on it. So whatever you
You
could spend.
listen. You listen. 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 The stock market was stocks in bondage.
Mm,
The first commodity sold on the stock market was you and I, our
right.
mothers and sisters. All right, hold on, man. So it's like you have to understand like how they flip this on us and how we continue to flip it on each other.
Right.
We make it seem like I'm stupid because I don't want these people to take advantage of me. Do you know that they used to give Little Richard Penniman, the creator of rock and roll, and Chuck Berry a half a penny on royalties?
Mm,
They've been whooping us and robbing us collectively and individually from the time of 1884 when they divided up Africa. The
hmm
Berlin Conference, bro. This is an organized robbery of us as a people. You can't tell me you know gangster and you know thug. You cannot tell me that in the face of this aggression. Not me.
Yeah, you could tell it to somebody that don't know no
Yeah,
better.
yeah. Because there's never no time when I got somebody. Ice Cube told everybody about Jerry Heller.
Yeah.
How that don't apply? All you hoes, it's my ego. He telling you,
Right.
but you don't want to listen because you think you gonna be a broke nigga. You gonna be a broke rob nigga because the last nigga that sold the last slave was the last nigga on the slave ship. Don't let that go over your head.
Nah,
Listen, man,
that's powerful. Yeah.
we was either bought, stole, or sold. Damn all the college degrees.
Yeah.
Malcolm X had an eighth grade education. Martin Luther King had a degree from Morehouse. They both got hit for the same cause. One of Martin Luther King's last speeches, one of his last statements was that he fears that he may have integrated his people into a burning building. Whom my comrade, rest in peace, Shaka Jahad used to call America with the triple K.
hmm Hey, I need you to text me that book, the info. I'm gonna put it in the description. That's gonna be the
Which
first
one? Which one did I mention?
the one you was just talking about with John Brown and uh
Oh yeah, 100 Amazing Facts
yeah,
with
yeah,
complete
yeah.
proof by J. Rogers. Oh yeah, he's
Yeah,
one of the
yeah,
foremost historians in the in of. Listen, once you get on to him, then you realize what has happened.
right.
That's why Malcolm used to say, history of all sciences is best to reward our research. This what the ruling classes use to manipulate and to rule over, to govern, to siphon, to rob, to rape, to pillage. Because it's a behavior pattern. And if they can predict your behavior pattern, then they can make it where your money is siphoned at a particular time. You're working to work in order to pay them so you can work.
That's that's wild. That's
Listen,
wild.
we are in a caste system.
hmm
There's a book by Isabel Wilkerson called The Caste. It's called Caste. We are in a caste system, brother. And what I mean by that is when you talk about Gandhi, stop talking about Gandhi. Fuck Gandhi. Gandhi was a Brahmin, and Brahmins in that caste system is superior. So what these people did was copy that caste system and apply it through a European lens.
Right. Right.
So the people who are the Zionists and the Jews, they have a term in their language in Yiddish called goy. Look up that word goy or goyim, and it's called human cattle. Bring, stop. It's called human cattle. And when you are human cattle and it's organized, everything that they give you is people who are in the organization to continue the system. Your heroes, who you know, what they do. They create a loop of information to keep you pacified. And they trot people out who do the same work and got all the money in the jury and talking crazy and going all over. But what are they actually producing in terms of wealth in the communities that they come from? Why did they don't show you buildings in the same neighborhoods that they talked about they banged in that they done built up? With all that money that they got. Some of these dudes got hundreds of millions of dollars and they be throwing their fingers up as if the Crips or the Bloods are their number one enemy. How do you have 500, 600 million and a dude at Stop and Go is your number one op?
Right.
How that makes sense? And that's how you gonna make a living? Come on. You understand? That's what you call buffoonery.
Right.
We don't like, bro, like the time is of the essence that black people, black men and women come together and understand our collective position. They say hit dogs holler. We all been hit. That's why we all hollering, but we never paying attention to who hitting us all. They pick the information that we get and we tune in. Ain't nothing else to do. Crash wreck. What about the dead homies though?
Right.
So I told you yesterday, bro, we need to change the narrative of how rocking for the dead homies look. And this is a beginning.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Telling genuine stories of what those dudes' aspirations were before they were derailed.
And I now
We all
like
had
I
we
had
all
told
had
you,
dreams. Yeah.
like
Go
I
ahead.
told you, I had 30 years to live without my homie and achieve everything in life that he wasn't able to. And I didn't let him die in vain. I made
Right.
something out of my life. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he be cold yelling at everybody.
Yeah. Another one done pulled up, man. This dude right here. Come here, man. This my guy right here. This is the dopest king. Introduce yourself.
Oh, I'm Timmy Dynamite.
Yeah. Yeah, this is the love one, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the love one right here, man.
Hey,
Tell them what neck of the woods you out of, man.
I'm out them low bottom 50s. You hear me? A
yeah.
young kid that took a drastic task at a young age and didn't get out until an old man. Let that register. Went in as a young kid and came out as an old man. But guess what? We're proving them wrong. We're proving the system wrong. We do not suffer from Arrested Development. We out here grinding, being grown men, standing on
You better
grown
tell
men
your
status.
business. You better tell your truth.
So therefore, bullshit is not in this game at all, won't be tolerated or participated in. You either gonna get in line or fall out of line or get left behind. Because that's how the game go, man. Players up.
That boy come from
Hey
off that
man,
yard.
salute to you, King. Salute, salute. That's what I'm here for. That's what I'm talking
Yeah.
about.
I'm telling you, man, it's a great feeling to pull up with guys like this, man, and just hang out, talk, kick it, You know what I'm saying? It's not a lot of places that we can get together, but we want to also, I want to say this too. I take a few cues from a lot of the greats, man, men and women in our history. You understand what I'm saying? For sure.
Yeah.
Please never think that I'm talking or ever mentioning something without the black women,
Right.
right? Now, who you do and what you do, that's your business, but stay focused to what this means to us as a people. But I'm always including and always at the forefront is black women, bro. You understand what I'm saying? It's not a contest or a competition. We
Facts.
have to see we have to break the system down into the tangible parts to see how we all been affected. Again, we've all been hit. We do understand that it's been a systematic approach to our destruction, to our separation, to our division. If you want to see how people deal with you on an economic basis, pull the contracts of the businesses that they own in the communities. And you will see if the people who are other ethnic groups deal with you equally.
Right.
Right? This is real simple. Right? So
Right.
you always want to understand the position that black women have been in. You always want to understand the position that they were put in. Right? See, this is
Right.
not a one size fits all. And we making it that we allowing this to be that. You understand what I'm saying? And that's a travesty. Malcolm said
100.
we cannot raise no higher than the woman. Nigga, listen. You can't be a king and she a bitch and a hoe.
Facts.
That don't
Facts.
listen, man. Knock it off. You understand what I'm saying? We gotta
And
stop branding and shopping that shit around the world like that shit cool. Yeah, we know how we talk, but we got to be careful. If Andrew Schultz or one of them dudes had said what they said on the yard, if Andrew Schultz or one of them dudes would have said what they said on the yard, we would have put the yard down.
Guaranteed.
He gonna do what to who? Man, you know who you talking. You know, man, you better knock it off. Don't let these people think we just went up in there, man, and we was losing and we was getting ran. That's not what happened.
Right.
That is not what happened. And I'm not one of them guys that tell you that's their story. They could tell it. Nah. Like I told you, bro, I got my 115s, whatever, from whatever prison, whatever year, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Not the toughest guy, but I was in prison.
Mm-hmm.
And if I was getting scraped, I'll tell you, yeah, man, I lost that. That was over. That dude ran me. That happened.
Yeah.
I had to regroup. Mm. Mm. You know, so we really, 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 really have to include and understand the connection and the vibe with our sisters, man, on a deeper level than just they involved. You have to understand that we come from a matriarchal society and not a patriarchal society. The
Right.
Germans come from that. That's why they call the Germans, pay attention to the word, germ man. Listen, they come from the fatherland. Black people come from a matriarchal society. That's why we call it the motherland.
Right.
The prophets were born of women. Wallahi, aslam, walaikum assalam. They was born of women. From pure loins to pure wombs. So to villainize or to uh, 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 slander sisters or black women as a means of showing what a real nigga is, well, you got to question what kind of nigga came off the plantation.
Mm-hmm.
You dig what I'm saying? Because we
Yeah.
all niggas to those in the ruling elite. I don't give a damn what that piece of paper said. Tell you
Right.
about that. Listen, when they round you up, go look at what the Germans did. When they round the Jews up in Germany, they didn't give a damn if they was physicists or none of that. All y'all bring it this way. They used to sit them down and throw all that information and all that paper and all that what they thought they were on paper. He could put that in the trash.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they did to us. All of our accomplishments before the world, the white people put them in the trash. And then we allow them to put black women in the trash also. You understand what has happened to us as a people?
Right.
You can't move no further than black women, bro.
That's a
I'm not
fact.
against whoever you love, whatever you do, bro. That's you. This is not an Islamic state. This is not an African state. This I know where we at. This United Snakes of America. But I'm not gonna continue to qualify my black position, my black loyalties, my black first, my every time we, dudes had these conversations.
Yeah.
Either you own a yard or you're not. You understand what I'm saying? So we have to really pay attention what we offer and how we come about dealing with our sisters. You understand what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's vitally important that we, as I told you before, brand promote that mentality in the hoods, in the urban culture. But I want the black women to understand also that black men, just like yourself, Queen, is on the black side of the chessboard. 85% of all black people date and marry black people. It's the highest percentage of any other ethnic group in the world, despite what TikTok or what these other social media groups would tell you. These are just the facts. Of black men making over $200,000, they are all married. 98% of them are married to black women. Just because you see a dude who is in the NFL or in the NBA with CGQ from, you know what I mean? Listen, be balanced minded. Some of them dudes y'all wouldn't spit on to quench their thirst.
Mm-hmm.
Come on now, don't act like we don't have colorism. Don't act like we ain't been affected by the traumas of white supremacy. I'm trying to get the crabs out the barrel back into the natural environment, and we can't do that if we hating on each other without understanding where the hate come from. I listen to the rap music. You will only think there's only light-skinned women in the black community across the country.
Right.
I'm listen to these niggas talk about red bones. No hate, them is sisters. But don't
Right.
you see the unevenness of how we promote ourselves? It's like we producing this colorist mentality to fit in.
Right. Nah, that's
So
real.
we
You
have to
see it. They
include,
wearing
yeah,
blonde
go ahead.
wigs. They
Come on, man.
uh
Come on, bro. Come on. It's a taint on us.
yeah.
It's a taint on us. And we're not looking at it like that. We can celebrate each other and love each other in all shades and fades, right? But we have to really understand, like Curtis Mayfield said, we the people who are darker than blue. You have to understand that we did not get off the slave ship looking like Alicia Keys,
Facts.
Smokey Robinson, L. DeBarge, nigga, knock it off. Barry White, Isaac Hayes, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Stacey Abrams. Shout out to Stacey Abrams in Atlanta, Georgia. That's the baddest black woman on the planet right there. Besides our mothers. See, that's a movement.
Mm-hmm.
See, they're not giving black women positive images. We're not giving them. We're allowing the sisters to be inundated with the ratchetry.
Right.
You ain't gonna get no money off that. I guarantee you, and it ain't gonna last you once you get it.
Yeah. No, that's a
It's
fact.
on. Yeah, it's only gonna be so many of y'all that get rich off of going to them freak off parties with Diddy, cause that's gonna saturate. All y'all ain't gonna be able to get no bag off that.
And you know another thing too, man. This content is something, man, that'll last you and your family and the next generation. Some of the things that Brother Adisa is spoke on today, including the literature that he's dropped. And shout out to my guy Time in the comments for dropping that. What's this book called? As a Black Man Thinketh by Reggie Whitaker, and No Ashes in the Fire by Darnell L. Moore. Appreciate you dropping that Time in the comments.
Yeah, I read As a Man Thinketh in the Penitentiary.
Yeah. See, that's what we gonna be over here
Yeah.
doing, man. We gotta at least lead y'all to the knowledge, give y'all the resources, because that stuff that y'all watching on a daily basis is good for a giggle and a laugh and this, that, and the third. But is it really? Because the detriment,
It's not nourishing your spirit. It's not
yeah,
nourishing your soul. It's not nourishing the activity in your brain. It's not. It's only so much of that you can take. See,
facts.
this is a term that they use in math called dissolution. So take a cup of something that's halfway and then you get to pouring into it. After a while, that was already in the cup is overflowed, right?
Right.
So this is how recessions and the money and the economics work. So if you are continuing to inundate yourself with non-reality based shows and literature and activities and escapist, that type of thing, your worldview becomes even more denser in its insularity. You
Mm-hmm.
become so walled off. Now it's bitch, I don't give a fuck. We turning up. We got bottles.
Right.
Like that becomes your everyday life. You
Yeah.
have to understand what it's gonna look like when you 50 and you got a 25-year-old tattoo somewhere that gravity ain't.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
Listen,
Yeah.
you don't want to be the 55-year-old grandma twerking in the at crustaceans.
Yeah. And I got homies like that though. Right now, they going to the club at 50 some years old every Friday and Saturday.
We
I
got to
never
give them.
wanted to be
Listen,
the old nigga in the club. Now, not me.
it's we know it's a cultural thing. Romy
Yeah.
Rome was, you know what I mean? We know this a thing,
Yeah.
but we want to give them other activities. We want to
Yeah.
provide other opportunities. See, sometimes, bro, we don't think that the information that we have is vital or essential. See, this what the platforms are about. It's information based. What I
Yeah.
told you last week was the Black Lives Matter movement mixed with George Floyd. Whether your opinion of it is whatever is irrelevant to what happened. For the first time in the modern age, Black people worldwide communicating with each other about our collective conditions in the world. I think we letting that go over our heads. The brothers
Right.
and sisters in England, the brothers and sisters in France, the brothers and sisters in West Africa, the brothers and sisters in East Africa, the brothers and sisters in the Caribbean, irregardless of what slave owner tongue we speak, Spanish, French, whatever it is, English, Ebonics, Creole, whatever it is, if you identify yourself as somebody comes, our struggle, our past, then you have to realize we've all been communicating, right? The
Right.
social media unintended consequence has allowed Black people to share ideas about their oppression and their oppressors. The people who've put in on the scam, the people who made money off the turning us into human cattle. Now we can see it all. We can see the people who love us. We can see the people who hated us. We can see that.
Right.
You would have never thought that Fat Joe would call Black people standing up for themselves broke niggas, but he did.
Yeah.
You feel me? He did.
Yeah.
He said that, right? To
Fact.
give you an idea of what happens when you take a stand and you delineate, means separate being a nigga from being Black. See, Fat Joe been around niggas.
Right.
He ain't been around Black people. I had a situation not too long ago with a couple days ago where the guy kept using the N-word with me. And I was cordial in trying to point out to him that if he's around certain blacks who allow him to do that, then that's cool. But please don't walk up on a gang of blacks just saying, what's up with my niggas? The yard gonna go down. You understand?
Yeah.
We don't do that, bro. And the first thing you have to protect is your identity. You understand? That's the most powerful thing, your identity. That's what they destroyed, not cash. What happens when the BRIC nations put 3 ounces of gold against $160 barrel oil? A real thing against a printed paper thing. Then with all that, I'm having bags and I'm getting bread and listen, man, you're in a delusion.
Right.
We're in a delusion. And
That's
we're
like when
falsely,
brothers
meaning
hold
that
all that money up to their ear, big stacks of
you're
money.
not hearing nothing.
It-
You're not listening. They know you're not looking at Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South America. They know you're not paying no attention to that.
yeah.
You ain't never had to pay attention because you is a goyim. You are human cattle.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's this how you get a lick ran on you, being unaware.
Right. That's why
So the
most people
women
don't
have to
even
always
realize
be
the
there.
bricks. They don't know
Yeah,
about bricks and the
you
new
have listen,
currency and yeah.
bro. That's the reason why they can exist is because you a slave and they're the master. So the relationship is symbiotic, slave master.
Right.
They feed you, they clothe you, they give you entertainment. Sometimes they make you mad and you set a fire here or there and you march and you throw your hand, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But really, are y'all really that mad?
Yeah.
Are y'all really that mad? They had a white dude named Bill Maher. He used to have a show called Politically Incorrect. I used to
Incorrect.
watch that when I used to be in the cell with Eddie Boy. And one day, I forget who the so-called blacks were that was on there, but he told them, aren't you glad that despite what happened with slavery, y'all made the trip? I would have still been whooping. Listen, I would have changed yards whooping his ass. I would have went through R&R whooping his ass. You understand?
Facts. Like
And then
what?
they just sat there and let that like that's freedom of speech. Like that's freedom of speech. What? Nigga, freedom ain't free.
Right.
Yeah, it got a cost. It cost us. Come here, Brent.
Right.
Yeah. So it's like we, getting back to the sisters, man, we got to promote that, man, and really, really vibe and really, one sister was saying she throw brunches and don't know black men be there.
Right.
I said, where y'all at? Where y'all at? We got our own money. We could pay. I got a job. But that's the vibe. It's you know what I'm saying? It's a usury type relationship, transactional. You give me some coochie and I give you some money.
Mhm.
That's transactional. But if the white boy pull up or the white girl pull up, oh man, they listen. It's something in us that they put in us that we automatically hate on. Something that we might not be familiar with or uncomfortable with.
Right.
But that's a distraction. You understand what I'm saying? Because again, you have to. Malcolm said this on a regret. They asked Malcolm, did he ever regret something? He said there was a white female college student, who asked him, what could she do? And Malcolm said nothing. Malcolm was that fire and brimstone. He was what? He said he regretted that. Right? He regretted that. Because if you got to remember, we wouldn't be off the plantations without the assistance, without the overall of white people. Whatever their aim was, we was contraband. Real talk. We was contraband. Right? So this is chattel property, contraband. This is how they look, contraband, Mark. Never human, never, you know, if they was Hebrew Israelites then, they wasn't, what was the indigenous?
Right. Right. And you
Those,
see like the NFL draft combine. That's the same way that they did
hey man, these
slaves.
dudes don't
You see how
man
they
about being on this podcast, man. Look, man, we just talking, man. Yeah, man, I'm talking, man. Talk to B, man. Talk to B,
Don't talk
man.
to B.
Yeah, talk to B,
B
man.
ain't ready.
Yeah, he is.
B ain't ready for the close up yet. What's up, big bro?
I'm ready for it all, brother. I'm ready. Let's go.
Top of it. Nice to meet you, bro.
Hey, nice to meet you, King.
Hey, so what's the biz? What's the podcast about?
Man, we just enlightening people, man. We trying to get away from that narrative of the gangsterism and what it means and what it leads you to, and getting to a point of a lot of people don't have the knowledge first and foremost. If you don't have the knowledge or somebody to lead you to the knowledge, you're gonna be stuck in that spin cycle. You know what I'm saying? So me and brother Adisa, man, we've been talking on a regular to get out here and use my platform and grow other brothers' platforms so they can get on here, man. What y'all doing out there, man? Different tribes, different sections, and all
We
that,
changing the
man.
narrative. We're
Yeah,
changing the
brother.
narrative in 2025, bro. So
Yeah,
I don't know if Adisa told you, but a lot of us used to be rivals.
yeah,
I mean, like on the prison yard, prison politics dictate what the day, what the whatever the menu for the day is gonna be. But for us to be out here free, to put all that bullshit aside and to recognize the real for what it is, and to be
yeah,
out here and embrace each other in 2025 is phenomenal, bro. We're changing the narrative day by day. Like
yeah,
everybody here right now, everybody behind me has earned their salary. We're not living hourly no more. We're living by salary now. You know what I mean?
yeah,
We live in long term. Every goal we set is long term now. We're setting multiple goals, A, B's, and C's all the way to Z's. And that's what we do. And in saying that, I want to plug, if I can, I just put my book out.
yeah, yeah.
I just put a book out. You know what I mean? I just put my book. It's called Confessions of a Compassionate Felon by B. Anthony Shepard. It's on Amazon and Barnes and Noble. And so when
Okay.
I did 30 years, I went in when I was 16. I got out when I was 45, just shy of turning 46. So when I was in the shoe, I did a lot of shoe time. I was a rider in the pen. I'm from Inglewood family. I was, I held the flag for the hood. And a lot of time I spent in the shoe in the holes. I used to write a lot. You know what I mean? Write my thoughts, get my thoughts out. That was my only way for venting, my only way for getting shit out. You know what I mean? So it wouldn't just get all compartmentalized.
Yeah,
And so when I got out, a lot of people were telling me to publish a book, and I really didn't feel like I wanted to be vulnerable. I didn't want to allow myself that vulnerable spot to share those innermost thoughts. But you know what I mean? I figured it was kind of beneficial to the people that's also experiencing what I'm experiencing, because I got PTSD really, really bad.
right.
One of the things I experience on a regular basis is hypervigilance. Since I've been out here, I don't like people being close to me. I don't like people being near me. And that just comes from being in prison. You know what I mean? So having said that, I put the book out and share my short story so people understand that it's a way to navigate through that. It's a way to be beneficial in society in spite of all the stuff that we built up in there. Give me 1 second. My phone is ringing. Adisa, he walked away.
Hey,
My
I'm,
phone's
I'm,
ringing,
I'm gonna
bro.
buy your book though. I'm gonna buy your
No, I
book
appreciate it,
myself.
bro. I appreciate it. I definitely appreciate it, and I would love to do a real podcast with you. Really,
Yeah,
expound on some ideas and stuff, bro.
we
Hey,
gonna
homie, how
connect
you
the
doing?
dots. What's good, brother? What's good, King?
Hey, back at you, King. Hey, this is Jesse Mo.
Jesse
It's nice to
Bo.
see you. Yeah, back at you. Hey, it's nice to see you doing positive things, homie.
I appreciate that.
Look, like everybody said, look, the whole thing is, look, we're making it out. Some of us weren't anticipated to make it out, you know,
Yeah,
and at times, certain times, it didn't seem like we was gonna make it out, but we made it. And the other part is, we made it and we can flourish.
yeah,
So that other part is, man, we don't need to stand up in that sticks and so we can move forward and come out here and sit back and be productive. We can sit
Hey,
up here and
I
be
haven't.
some of our people.
Hey, Jessimo, I haven't spent one day in the penitentiary, right? But yet,
Yes.
y'all, you guys are inspiring to me. Each and every one of you brothers, man. Like you guys is inspiring to me because you guys are a prime example sitting right in front of us, right in
Yeah.
front of us, of what unifying and being together looks like, brother. And that touches my soul just to even see that. You feel what I'm
But
saying?
look, we appreciate you saying that, but here's another kicker. Here's another look at the other side of the spectrum. Sometimes
Yeah,
you ain't even got to do prison time to be in prison because we can lock ourselves in our own mind. You know what I mean? We can build little rooms for ourselves that might not be conducive to us.
yeah,
So we got to sit up here and continue to broaden our perspectives and sit up here and look to a bit forward so we can be better for ourselves and the rest of our community.
yeah,
You know, sometimes we get caught up in sit up here false fallacies or false directives when we sit up here and go with a gang or some other shit. How can I be like 12 years old or 14 years old and sit up and opt into a program that I take into my 40s and 50s and 60s, talking about I'm down with this? That doesn't make a lot of sense. When I
right,
can't buy liquor and some other stuff, I can't even fight. I can't even fight for my country, but I can sit up here and be part of this situation and do it with authority and flourish. You know, so I got to start picking my situations more better.
right, right.
Hopefully that makes a little sense.
No, it makes a lot of sense, brother. It
You
does.
know,
It does.
sometimes we go for the things that look shiny, man. They probably ain't the best things for us when we're going up.
Yeah, yeah,
You know, like when our parents was telling us, like, look, man, that it probably ain't the good look, but we think we got all the answers and we got all the ideas. You
yeah,
know, I made a few dollars and I think I got it covered. I think I know I got all the answers, but man, the answers are ever coming. You know,
yeah.
but problems are ever coming. You know, and we
It's a
always got to
continual
continue to
growth
move.
process. It's a continual growth process.
Man,
Every
look,
day I want to be better today than I was yesterday.
exactly. The thing
Yeah,
is, somebody said it. I said when you stop learning, when you stop seeking to learn, you stop learning. And if you stop learning, then you stop growing. So that's a whole nother situation in itself. So I don't want to stop growing. I don't want to stop learning because I can learn something from anywhere. You can learn from a dummy if you pay attention.
yeah,
So
yeah,
I just want to move forward. I want to be better than I was yesterday. I mean today, so I can be better than the next day. Hopefully, that made a
fact,
little sense. I probably
fact,
stumbled on that one right now, but anyway, whole thing is I want to continue to grow. I want to
fact.
continue to be better than I was. I'm gonna continue to sip it and try to move something forward and try to bring something to the world. I saw it. I done tore enough stuff down, so why should I build something up now?
That
Why not
part.
put something forward toward the situation that I done made worse?
Right.
I'm looking around because for one, that's part of our nature. Number two, one of the other us just rolled up. So I'm just looking at them. Force of habit.
Yeah, yeah,
You know.
yeah. I feel you. I feel you.
Yeah, but look,
Nah, but
it's a
I
pleasure.
appreciate you.
Man, no, we appreciate y'all because here's the thing. Look, it's all a part of a process. It's like steps. You part of a process to move the process forward so everybody else can get it. Without you, we can't sit up here and reach the masses. We can't sit up
Yeah,
here and get our story out there. You know, man, probably have a problem sitting up here reflecting with ourselves. So,
yeah.
some of this is part of my therapy. If I can address it, I can be able to assess it. I might
Mm,
be able to sit up here and be able to move forward on it. Yes.
facts.
Hey, Sherm, yo, dance. Yeah, so
Man,
it's all it's a growth
y'all
process
being
for me.
blessed with some jewels right now,
We
man.
can't make this step up. Hey, look, it's been a pleasure, but I'm gonna move you to the next brother because he has an inspiring situation that needs to be heard.
I appreciate you, King.
What's going on, homie?
Hey, how you doing, brother? What's good, King?
I'm all right. Huh?
I say, how you doing,
Yeah,
King?
oh yeah, everything is all good out here, man. We all out here living. We all
Okay.
out here living.
Introduce yourself to the audience for us, man.
Oh, I'm a Sherman Blue from Front Hood, Compton Front Hood.
Yeah.
You know, yeah. I did 32 years and got out here and made a thing for myself, man. Get shit going, man. We all out here. There's another homie just pulled up. You
Oh,
know,
that's a beautiful thing.
yeah. So this is something that we do. We've been doing this for about 5 years now, man.
You know, I got out in 2019, and every year at this time we all come together. You know, normally it's a lot of us out here, but you know, unfortunately, you know, a lot of the fellas have personal lives that they have to deal with. You know, family members and all that. They couldn't make it.
Yeah.
You know, but the ones that can make it, we out here, and we doing what we do. You know, this is how we come together. You know, and that's just it, man. You know, I don't really talk too much, but
Yeah.
I make a difference. You know.
And you know what? That's the important part though, is making a difference. Actually, anybody could talk. I see
Right.
y'all, I see y'all in action with it. And
Oh
that's
yeah.
that's the thing that like I said, I want
Exactly.
the people to see. I don't want just, me and Adisa and Eddie Boy, we converse all the time. But I
Right.
want I want
Right.
to bring this to, the full picture so people can actually see what this means. You know what I mean?
I mean, yeah, yeah. You know, this right here is real life, man. This is real life, man. You know, a lot of group of brothers out here, man, that did time together, spent time together, and now we know how to live out here together and
Yeah,
make it. You know, you
yeah.
know, it's all about value, man. Valuing each other, man. You know.
So that what could you tell the young brothers, man, that they haven't uh uh made them mistakes that landed them in a penitentiary or had them things going. What advice would you have to them?
Yeah, well, you know what I'm gonna tell them is everything is based on respect, man. But you got to start with respecting yourself. Once you start respecting yourself, then you learn how to respect everything around you and everybody around you.
Yeah,
You know, don't be too quick to do things or try and make things happen. You know, everything is on a slow pace.
yeah.
You know, that's what it is with me, man. You know, I
Yeah,
don't rush into
they
shit.
saying rest in peace, Crow, in the comments. My little brother from Front Hood, man. L
Is that
Rocks,
right?
rest in peace. Yeah, my
Yeah.
brother passed away a year ago, man. Uh, yeah, he from your neck of the woods too.
Yeah. Rest in peace, Pro. That was my homeboy, you know. And I just went, to Big Lebo's funeral,
Yeah,
you know. So it's it's a lot. It's a lot going on out there, man. But people have to be aware of what's going on.
yeah.
You know. A
This
lot of
internet, man, everybody they scared to cover these topics because they don't go viral as
right.
fast as all the other buffoonery, you know what I'm saying? Like but over here, man, we gonna make this the norm. I look forward to having y'all brothers on the podcast, more often and
Right.
continue to get this message out. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, that's good, brother. You know, because it needs to be out. You know, and what they need to see is camaraderie amongst everybody. You know, that's what it is.
Right.
You know. Yeah, but that's what it is, man. And not wait until it's like us, right? After 30, 40 years. Half these guys
Right.
been here for years,
Yeah.
and and don't wait till you get so old. Hell, I'm 60 years old. Half of these guys is over 60 years old. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? If you get it right when you're a young man, you can live right. You know.
And you gonna bring up the next generation right. If you living right and setting them examples for the youngsters around
Exactly.
you, that's what they're gonna absorb. You know?
Exactly. So you
Yeah.
got you have to pass on greatness. You know.
Yeah. That's a fact.
But you have to show that you're a great person yourself. You know. But yeah, like I said, I'm gonna pass it on, homie, because I don't, you know. But
Nah, I
hey, much
appreciate you,
love
Big
to
Brian.
everybody.
I
Yes, sir.
appreciate you. I appreciate you, King.
Yes, sir.
The white one? I'm serious though. The red one?
You been on?
I ain't doing no more podcasts. That's the homie though.
The homie though.
I did one with you
Introduce
already.
yourself.
Yeah. My name Eddie, man.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
from South Central LA. How you doing?
What's good, Eddie? How you
That's
doing,
Papa T
King?
relative. That's Papa T and Hustler T
Yeah.
relative.
All right, all the time.
I ain't got to hold this for you.
Man, you direct, man. You got me out here. Don't cut me loose. What's going on, though, man? What you got cooking, man?
Hey, this
Oh
the brother
man,
right here. This dopest. This my guy right here. I've been knowing this guy right here since we was 19 in Pelican Bay.
yeah.
This is G-Line from out of the V&Gs. He been out.
Okay.
He'll tell you his story, but this my guy right here. This one of the ones I was telling you about.
Yeah.
I
He was at the dog park that day when you was talking.
No,
No.
no,
No, I'm talking about on the thing when you was talking about you had an interview and you was talking to him.
yeah,
Yeah.
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 That's him.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, man. Tell him run it down from
Yeah.
yourself.
So what's going on, man?
Hey, what's good with you, brother?
Yeah.
First off,
Yeah.
salute to you, man. I see y'all. I see y'all out there building, man. That's important, man. That's primarily why I want to have y'all on here, so people
All the
out
time.
here can see something different, man, than
Yeah.
how they portray. And I want people to see y'all redemption story, because
Yeah. All the
admittedly,
time.
some of y'all made mistakes in life, and now y'all got a chance to
Yeah.
redeem that and build on that. And man,
Yeah. Yeah. That second
I'm
chance is like
inspired.
a resurrection, man. You know,
Yeah.
for
So
sure.
how
You
long were
know.
you incarcerated?
So I was incarcerated for 34 years. Yeah. Yeah. I walked off 34. You know, and as I look at it now, though, man, it was hardship. You know, dealing with it, but it all served the purpose, man, because it allowed me to come out here and have a foundation, man, and be resilient and respect and appreciate walking these streets again, you know.
Yeah.
You know, mandatory, you know, and that's my religion, man. You know, just push it forward, no hesitation, no fuckery, you know,
Right.
no U-turns, no second mistakes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
One
take
foot in
take the
front of the
bad with
other.
the good, man.
Hmm.
You know. But yeah, man, you know, it was a journey, but it's the milestone. You know, since I've
Yeah.
been out, I got a 7-month-old son. You know, I've been working 2 jobs since I've been out. You
Yeah.
know, and you know, pretty much ain't no looking back. God willing, man. You know.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
getting a chance to enjoy life, man. Uh
Huh? Yeah.
So we sitting this too short,
Hey,
nigga.
listen,
All right.
turn around so he can see it.
All right. Like this, man.
yeah,
Man,
y'all
I
out
can't,
there,
I can't
man.
see y'all. Yeah.
Hold on, we waiting on the last bill.
I see
There they go. They right there.
So he can see it.
Yeah, I know. You got a visual, bro?
yeah, I got it. I got it.
There you
Yeah,
go, right
right
there.
there. There they go. That's a good one.
There you go, right
That's
there.
what's up.
Redemption, man.
Yes,
Yeah.
indeed.
Forever forward,
Yeah.
backwards never.
Always resilient, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
No fuckery. No fuckery. No
Yes,
fuckery.
indeed. Real
Yeah.
kings.
No
Real
fuckery.
kings out there.
Yeah.
No fuckery.
Yeah. Yeah. And this what we out here driving. We driving shit like this, man. You know, we ain't
Yeah.
driving Regals and Elcos. You know what I'm saying? We out
Yeah.
here. We out, yeah. Yeah. You know, this me right here, the Malibu, the RS. You know,
Yes. Yes, sir.
yeah. This is what we out here doing, man. Tax-paying citizens, man. Making it
Yeah.
count, man. You know, staying away from them canteen lines, man, and the yard drumming. You know,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's
This
a
this this
beautiful
all what we
thing,
push right
man.
here, man. You ain't got nothing but a row of fancy cars, man, of hard work.
All legal money, man. All legal money. 9 to 5, man. Pay stubs. You see what I'm saying?
Yes, indeed.
It can happen, man. We need all the brothers behind them walls, man, to know that this can happen. Hello?
Yeah, I'm here. Now I wanted to put
Yeah,
that on the big
it can
screen. It's
happen.
beautiful out there, man. I had to get that on the
Yeah,
big screen.
yeah.
Yeah.
It ain't hard,
Now, but
man. Just don't lose focus and give up on your dreams, man. You know, let them lockdowns count, man. You know,
yeah.
nah.
Oh,
He got his own pocket. He just left. Hey, here he go.
Decent phone.
Yeah, he said give it to you.
Cool.
Lisa said give it to you.
What's up, dog?
Hey, what's good, King?
What's up, bro?
Hey, how you doing? What's your
We
name,
about to hit
brother?
this. Huh? I'm Big
Hey,
G
what's
Slim from Inglewood family.
okay, Big G Slim. Salute to
Yeah,
you,
I'm Big
King.
G Slim. Yeah, but we about to hit this road, bro, so we can go eat, man.
Okay,
It's a
okay.
tough.
I appreciate y'all, man. Salute, salute.
Sir. Yeah, salute.
Bomb.
Whoa.
Man, God is good.
Timmy.
Yeah, yeah, man.
send me dynamite. Send me dynamite.
LA to the Bay, man, clowning my ass off, man. You hear me? Yeah, for sure. So this look, take this in hand.
Yeah.
When you talking to somebody and you trying to uplift them cats that's coming up out of prison, no matter if they did a lot of time or no time, you use all these brothers that you see right here as an example that you can do it if you stop bullshitting and make a decision. Either you going this way or you going that way, and it's that simple, King.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, for
Adisa,
sure.
hey, uh,
Hey, somebody left their glasses.
I'm gonna call you, man. I'm gonna call you.
All right.
We gave him a little dose of what's to
Yeah,
come,
I'll
though.
beat you there. All right, yeah, we finna head out, man, and got to go pick up a couple of the bros that's still at work and couldn't come over here, but
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
Find
You
out
know it's
what's
love,
going on
brother.
with the loved ones. Huh?
You already know it's love, brother, and I'm glad we got to give him a small taste of what's to
For
come,
sure.
man. You know what
Much
I
more to
mean?
come, man. I told
Yes,
you, man, when we pull up, we gonna pull up.
yes, indeed.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, indeed, brother. I
All right, man.
appreciate
I'm
you,
gonna let
man.
y'all go, man. I appreciate you, man, for having me on, bro.
Yeah.
And just hope, man, that they feel the love and the motivation, man, to get it done and to believe in us as a people, man. You know what I'm saying? We gonna
Yes,
have
we
some
do.
hard conversations, some real conversations, no disrespectful conversation. But
Yeah.
if you ain't changing, you're choosing. You understand? So we have to make choices and decisions. We all done it. This is grown people's business. We grown. We wasn't responsible for our slavery, but we must be responsible for our freedom.
Mm.
We
Yes,
must be
sir.
responsible for the freedom.
All right. Much love to Adisa.
And
I'm gonna
that's
talk
that's
to you
that.
later.
All right, bro. Thank you.
All right. One. Y'all wasn't ready. Y'all ain't ready for the real. If y'all not ready for the real, y'all gotta stay over there, man. I don't know how to keep telling y'all that I'm not playing around going. Uh, I gave y'all my word, y'all, and my word is everything. When I said I'm not taking part in any of the buffoonery and any actions that's detrimental to me and my people, I meant that wholeheartedly. And it may be a slower grind. It may not be as sensationalized as what y'all accustomed to on these YouTube streets, but it's gonna be real. It's gonna be beneficial. It's gonna be useful to you and the people around you. Um, and we are gonna continue to speak on uplifting black women and uh stop putting black women down. They are essential, just just as essential as the man in terms of us uh being in our proper place. And I believe a lot of us know where that is. It's not on the bottom. You understand what I'm talking about? So again, man, salute to brother Adisa, man, and all them brothers out there. And like I said, when you grew up in this landscape, and that's why sometimes I have a hard time listening to people talk about this gang culture that haven't lost nothing to it. You understand what I'm saying? that haven't gave up or sacrificed something to it, it ain't real. Especially unless you talking about solutions. But if you utilizing gang culture, and that's why it's fuck Adam 22 continuously. No Jumper K. Because he is the enemy. I don't know how y'all get it twisted, and some of y'all brothers get it mixed up and figure out that Adam 22, that's the enemy. Ain't no two ways about it. And if you a black man and you sitting with Adam 22, you need to remove yourself, because that image and that mystique that y'all building here on social media is detrimental to us as a whole. And them is the realest brothers you can find. I don't know how much y'all stay wanting to look at tough guys. Okay, well I done brought you you done seen at least 3, 4, 5 dudes on here today. And shout out to all of them. They've done 30 years plus. Level 4 yards, Pelican Bays, shoe programs, and all of that. And they not on here glorifying that. They just happy to be free. They happy to be able to raise they children, be around their siblings, and hopefully their parents is alive. See, that's the other part, all this woofing on the internet that y'all don't see. All y'all see is the clout part. Oh, he got a name and he of this and he of this. Let 30 years go by. Let 30 years go by. You know what I mean? My cousin 64. Been locked up pretty much his whole life. From juvenile 64. And them and some of his comrades. You heard a couple of them on there. They was his celly. You know what I mean? One of them brothers on there said one of my big cousins, Donnie, taught him how to squabble. You know what I mean? So, these is brothers that's been through it, but they have a higher level of intellect. They're students, they're teachers. These the conversations. All this, you got this guy right here, and I ain't gonna do too much. You got this guy right here. That stuff they running over there, man. I don't, that's the work of the enemy. You know what I'm saying? That's the work of the enemy. And I don't care if you talk about some cool things once a week and this, that, it don't overshadow all the garbage you polluting our people with. It's either it ain't no gray area. You know what I mean? It's a new day. And I'm gonna show y'all better than I could tell y'all. We do have an army. We do have soldiers. Do you understand what I'm saying? And they ain't playing. So it's either you with it or you ain't. Because this ain't that. And that ain't this. You feel what I'm saying? The things that they got going on social media on here, hey, more power to you if that's how you make your money. But as you sit back and reflect, in the long run, most of y'all have kids, grandkids, and so forth. You gonna realize that the things that you doing are a detriment not just to your people, but to your lineage and to the people that come behind you. You know what I mean? And that's just a fact. You look back, is it gonna be something that you could be proud of? And it ain't too late to change. See that brother, man, said he did 34 years, man. He got a book out. He out. These brothers is working. They still get to have that camaraderie. A lot of y'all join gangs and stuff because y'all just want to be a part of something. Y'all know y'all could be a part of something that's beneficial to you, your community, to your people as a whole. You don't have to be a part of something that's destructive. You don't. You do not. You know, I I talk to the crazy thing is, man, when I have conversations off of YouTube with brothers, man, I'm looking to gain some knowledge in each conversation that I have. And every time I speak with brother Adisa on the phone or Eddie Boy, y'all really think it be about like this YouTube and the nonsense that's going on YouTube. Nah, man, we talking about building a foundation from which this is gonna grow. And if you see, each one of them brothers was very appreciative for me opening up my platform for them to be able to tell their story. We have to make it to where they realize how important their story is. Because if you realize what 30 years in prison will do to you and how much has passed you by, you don't have to do 30 years to gain the knowledge uh, that these brothers gain to get that structure, because we need to put the structure in place to where we're doing things to where all these people that's on this internet and they promoting and glorifying and monetizing foolishness, we gonna make it to where they stick out like a sore thumb. You know what I mean? Plain and simple. They gonna stick out like a sore thumb. And eventually, the numbers will be swayed in the favor of the people that's really ready to make a change and uh, also create a new environment for our people. That's what I'm on. I'm going to just be real. I got more days behind me than I got left in front of me. You understand what I'm saying? I got more days behind me than I got left in front of me. What am I going to do with them? Sit on here and threaten and argue and fuss back and forth. You can't you can't fight with the knowledge. You can't fight with what's factual. So now if you choose to ignore what's factual and is presented right in your face, then I don't have nothing for you. If you're not receptive, well, I'm not gonna force feed you. If you're not receptive, I'm not gonna force feed you. And I'm not gonna have these brothers on my platform speaking from the heart and telling you uh they experience you. Man, you seen Big Sherm up there, man. I guarantee you Big Sherm is not one of them dudes from original Front Hood Crip that's to be played with. But yet by his own admission, you know, being online, being in a live stream, it was different for him. But they willing to do that because they realize the importance of what this is. So I would be doing a disrespect to them, each one of them brothers, by getting on here, producing some content. You understand what I'm saying? That was to the contrary of what I tell you my principles and beliefs are, my belief system. You understand what I'm saying? I would not do that. I'm very grateful and appreciative. Uh, I learned more from Brother Adisa in one phone call than any of this information. This is my by far my most special live stream that I've done. And I don't care what numbers it does. I don't even have it monetized, nor will I monetize it. Um, but this is one of the more special broadcasts that I've done. Real talk. Because to see brothers, like a couple of brothers mentioned, sitting around people that was considered they ops. You understand what you know how and when you talking to brothers like that, ops means on site, knocking stuff down type ops. Not this going back and forth on the internet, arguing and tongue wrestling. You know what I'm saying? They could sit down and enjoy life and flourish together and share not only the knowledge, but share the triumphs of life together with people that was they quote unquote ops. That's a beautiful thing, man. It touched me in a whole whole nother level, and also let me know that what I'm doing is right. The decisions I made as it pertains to what type of content I'm gonna put out. Yeah, it let me realize, yeah, I'm on the right path. So with that being said, man, I appreciate each and every one of y'all that stuck it out, man. Shout out to my gangland, extended family. I see my One Love family and mods in here deep. I'm grateful for y'all. Y'all know the slogan, man. If not, let me put it up here for y'all. Cause some of y'all can't go. I'm gonna just be honest. Some of y'all so committed to the detriment of our own, y'all can't go. Some of y'all gonna sell out. Y'all can't go. Because the thing is, when you gotta take on what's quote unquote the established norm, you can't have no weak links. You just can't. So I do want some of y'all to say, if this even piqued your interest a little bit, y'all should stay around, get some of the knowledge, utilize some of these resources that these brothers use to educate themselves, uh, to get to the next level. You understand what I'm saying? Um, if you're not willing to do these things and you still think that the content that these other brothers on here on this in this YouTube sphere are creating, you think it's funny, you think this stuff is a game, it's not. Because like I said before, you doing the work of the oppressor. They ain't even got to do nothing. They got enough of us doing the work for them that what they got to do but kick their feet up and collect. So we gonna change them numbers. You know what I mean? We gonna level the playing field. So with the same energy that y'all give uh all these, I'm gonna call them comedy channels, because you can't take none of it serious. They all got storylines. The only storylines I'm interested in that come with a factual basis. You know what I mean? King Jackson's Media, salute, brother. One love. You already know. I don't want thousands of people in my life if those thousands of people in my life are coming to watch me make a mockery of being a black man. I don't want a whole bunch of people that's in here that's willing to march for one day, and then the very next day they turn back to the same buffoonery that they was marching against. You know how many gang peace marches we done had? And half the people at them gang peace marches was back doing the same stuff. Remember how beautiful Nipsey's funeral was, his procession after the funeral? It was unalivings that same night. Before the hearse pulled up to the mortuary and parked, it was unalivings that same night. You understand what I'm saying? We went back to business as usual. But I tell you this, for each brother that's passed away in each neighborhood, um, for being, lack of a better term, a soldier, a warrior, for what they thought was a just cause, fighting for these neighborhoods, we ain't gonna let you die in vain. I will never let my friend, my best friend, Christopher Chase Celestin, also known to the people in Pasadena as G Ride, I will never let him die in vain. His life meant something. And he gave his life in order for me to realize what type of life I intended or I should be living. You know what I'm saying? But with that being said, we're gonna get out of here, man. I got a show coming up on Thursday. If y'all haven't followed me on Instagram, it's King Dopest _ at the end. I got a show coming up with my girl Oh So Sexy. Promote some of her music. We're gonna talk about some of these latest topics. Cause we need to get the women's opinion. I saw a woman's channel today though. That girl Henny, she was thorough, man. So shout out to that girl Henny. I think I met her through Active Chuck's stream. But anyway, y'all know the slogan is one love or no love. If nobody told you they love you, you have value, importance, and worth, and that you mean something. King Dopest said it, and I stand on that. And I really am grateful for y'all, man. And I'm out.